Yo, what up everyone? I'm Rahim, your owner of Rappin And Snackin. Getting to another weekly playlist video. Going to show the tracks I've been bumping the most in this past week. Hit me up on Instagram and TikTok at Rappin And Snackin. Posting on there all the time, showing my collection. And buy a shirt or a sticker pack. Link in the description. It's on my website. Appreciate y'all. So let's go ahead and get into this. One of the tracks I've been bumping the most comes from this album right here, Capone-N-Noreaga's The War Report. I'm also wearing a t-shirt made by my guy Souls of Mischief, so I appreciate you with the album on it and some kicks as well. I'm not sure if you can see. But anyways, these are two different pressings of the album. One of them has they both have different versions of Closer. So, just a quick little fact about it. If you need any more info, either look it up or ask me. I can help you out. The track that I'm picking, though, is not Closer. The track that I'm picking is Illegal Life, and that is with Capone-N-Noreaga featuring Havoc. Tragedy, Gaddafi, and Havoc are on the production tip, and it's just a really, really, really dope song. Really digging the beat. It does really give off some Mobb Deep vibes. Like I said, Havoc is on production. Same with Tragedy. Love Noriega on this track too. I mean, it's just a banger. This album is filled with them. If you haven't heard the album, please make sure to peep it out. Definitely one of the gems from New York from 1997. Should be 1997. I think it is 1997. So, anyways, I know a lot of people who like Mobb Deep and like Nori and the sound like that really dig this album, and it is a very, very, very strong album in my opinion. Was bumping that quite a bit. Next up, we're getting into a track by Devin the Dude, and this is actually a track that I feel like a lot of people may not know about, but it's from his second album, Just Trying to Live, his second solo album, and I think that it's definitely. The track is Some of Them. So Some of Them, I think, is definitely like a track that not a lot of people talk about, and I think it's one that a lot of people do want to hear about because not only does it have awesome Devin the Dude, but it also has Exhibit and Nas on the feature tip. It's also produced by T-Mix, who is an awesome producer. If you don't know T-Mix's work, please check out his production discography. Chances are he's worked with a lot of artists that you enjoy and listen to regularly. But Some of Them is, like I said, it's a random collaboration. It's a collaboration that I enjoy. It's a collaboration I think is one that is kind of random because I think it's so interesting to hear Devin on a track with X and Nas. I just find that to be it's just a weird collab, right? I think it's a dope one. It's not one that I would think would happen, right? And the beat too, it's not one that I'd picture Devin to rap over. I think they all actually do well on the song. And I do enjoy the track. I definitely do. And for some reason, the beat reminds me of something that Dre would produce, even though Dre didn't produce it. Like I said, it was T-Mix. It's a cool track. I want you all to listen to it. For those who have heard it, let me know what y'all think. It's not my favorite on the album, and I don't even know if it would be top 3, but it's definitely a track that I do enjoy. The album is pretty solid. I think Devin is a very underrated rapper, and he does have some great albums. So peep that out, or if you have, let me know what you think. Next track is from this album by Jayo, Felony, Take a Ride, and I had actually had a track on my last week's playlist from this same album, and I've been bumping this album, so another track is in my top 5 play of the week, and that would be Can't Keep a G Down. And Can't Keep a G Down is so good. I think Jayo Felony rides his beat exceptionally. I think the beat is so great, and I think Jayo's flow, explosiveness, his lyrics are just really, really, really impressive. And Jayo Felony should be more of a household name. I mean, I think this album should be revered as one of the great albums of the 90s, and I just don't see a lot of people talking about it, unfortunately, but it's so great. And some of his lyrics on the song are just so awesome. And I think, like I said, I think his flow with his voice, with how he just executes, is something that is something to behold, I would say. So I'm just going to bring up just one little lyric that I have pulled up on the screen that I really enjoy from this track, and that would be his opening bars to the third verse, where he goes ahead and he says, "I'm a G with no fucking direction, just an ass full of dope and a strap for my protection, cutting bricks up, slinging the rocks that I was holding, gotta keep the flow to keep up with the Joneses." So I just think that's really impressive because he's basically saying, like, he's a gangster. He doesn't know where to go in life, but all he knows is he has a bunch of drugs that are stuffed in his back pocket, and he has a gun for his protection, and he's basically just cutting up the bricks, slinging the rocks that he has in his possession, and he's just trying to keep up with the Joneses, trying to keep up with the times, trying to get rich. And if you like listen to this album, it's an album where he starts off in jail. You know what I mean? Like, it's really impressive. I think what he's doing is great, and he has a lot of great lyrics on the song. That's just one of my favorites, the way he starts off that verse, the way his flow is going. Really, really, really dope track, and the production is so great on that one. Can't Keep a G Down. Incredible, incredible song. Next up, got a track from UGK's album, Too Hard to Swallow, and that track would be Cramping My Style. So a lot of y'all may recognize that sample, and if you haven't heard it, peep that track. A lot of people may recognize the sample as the same one that's on Big Papa, which is by Notorious B.I.G., by the Isley Brothers. But it's not, Big Papa was not the first to do it, and UGK was not the first to do it. There's a lot of rappers who've rapped over that sample, tons of them. But Cramping My Style is so good. I mean, it's Bun B, so UGK consists of Bun B and Pimp C, but Cramping My Style does not have Pimp C on it. It has Bun B, and it has a female rapper by the name of Infinity. And the reason why that track is so good, in my opinion, is because you get the female perspective and you get the male perspective, but they both clearly want two different things, hence the track Cramping My Style. Bun B just wants sex. Infinity wants a relationship. Bun B is he's very straightforward with what he wants, while Infinity is also straightforward with what she wants, but she wants something, long-lasting. She wants a relationship. She wants to go on dates. Bun B has a line in this song where he says, you can keep the wedding, I just want the honeymoon, which I think, just that line alone pretty much sums up his perspective on the whole song. He's looking for quick action, one-night action. You can have the wedding, the ceremony, all the planning, all the love, all the friends involved with the family, all that blah, blah, blah. He says another line where he says, you can pass me my cap because I ain't going to be here when you wake up from your nap. So I just think it's like Bun B is so ruthless on this track. His flow is great. I think his lyricism is very impressive. And it's very cold. His rhymes are extremely cold, but young Bun B he wants what he wants. Infinity wants what she wants. And also, I think Bun B is really delivering excellent stuff on this track. I think Infinity does okay. Like, her bars are okay, and I haven't heard much of her aside from this track. But she's like, whatever. But she does enough to make the song good, because you get her perspective and then you get Bun B just tearing it up. And really such a great song, funny song, just funny stuff. But moving on to my last track comes from the album Cocktails by Too Short, one of my favorite rappers of all time. And the track that I'm picking here is Top Down. Now, Top Down produced by Ant Banks. Ant Banks dropped a gem on the production tip here because Too Short destroys this beat. He does so well, and it's important to note that Top Down does have a couple different versions. There's a remix. The music video version has a different sample than what's on the album, and I think that music video version was on one of his later albums. I forget. It was actually featured, I think, on the Getting It Clean version. Getting It album, the clean version has that Top Down remix, or maybe also one of his greatest hits, but that's beside the point. There are different versions of the song. I'm talking about the one that's on the album Cocktails. And Top Down, he's just talking about his car, he's talking about the convertible top, he's talking about the system, he's talking about girls he's attracting with it, and it's such a banger. This beat is so good. It's one that it bumps very well in the car. It's one that I've bumped tons of times in my truck and have the system up. It's really, really, really catchy. I think the song is so great, and I think Ant Banks and Too Short are really just a combination that always hits. And there's not much else to say about it. Too Short kills it. Ant Banks kill it. These are my picks for the week. You got 5 tracks. I am working on a playlist on Spotify. I'm going to try and make multiple playlists for y'all. Trust me, I mean, the people on TikTok are requesting playlists from me every video I post. It's wild, the people on there that I guess haven't heard these songs in a long time. So it's inspiring me to make a playlist for y'all. So YouTube, you'll reap the benefits of that as well. Instagram, hit me up on there. TikTok at Rappin And Snackin. Buy a shirt, appreciate y'all. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. Click an ad, pays me, it costs you nothing. And I'm out of here. Owner Rappin' Snackin' Amir Rahimi, bless. Peace.